Hey, hey, hey! How's everyone doing this evening? I am here with Jesus Ortiz. Thank you for coming today. We're here at the beautiful city center, which I'm just in this balcony out here, and it's so beautiful. It's a sunny day here in Memorial. Thank you, Jesus, for coming for this interview. Um, Tell me a little bit about your media network.
Thank you. Hey, and I'm happy that you're here. It's like I
Finally, I
said,
came.
it's beautiful out here. It's where I do all my interviews, where I do my work here. It's called Fuse Workspace, and I call it the headquarters of Yeraldy Media Network because that's where I've been here since. And I do mostly all my works and my clients and I do it here. I do go to another office because I met somebody new, a new friend, and he owns his own co-working space. So it's cool to build relationship not only here, but build your relationship, scale it up to different places. Because I didn't even know he was the owner of another working space. So now I'm gonna have a meeting with him because he wants to start his own podcast. He might be my client, or I might just consult it because he wants to buy the stuff to do a podcast in his space. So that's cool. But thank you. And guys, by the way, my name is Jesus Ortiz, and the name of the company, as she said, is Yeraldy Media Network. It was Yeraldy Media, but I said, you know what? Let me add the network. My name of my podcast is called the Push Power to Power Podcast. So when I always start, it's like Yeraldy Media Network presents the Push Power to Power show, and the foundation that I have with the kids.
And like you were like talking to me about your network, and I was like, I came here, and then finally like you helped me set up. You actually been teaching me how to produce a little bit too, so I'm very thankful for that. Shout out to Mike because he's like my other mentor. He's probably watching this, so shout out to him. He's been an amazing mentor and everything. You too.
Oh, thank you.
Without y'all, I think my career it's been amazing. You
No,
know.
and this is what you have said. When I started this road, and I'm still doing it, people put attention to me. People put their time on me, and they were like, "Hey, can we go out to eat lunch?" And they were busy, and they're like, "Yeah, Jesus, can we meet at 7?" And they will mentor me, they will coach me, they will give like 2 or 3 hours of their time, and I have to be like really paying attention and writing notes. Okay, I got a couple of things that I can apply now. So in my mindset, how can I not do to somebody like yourself and
Mhm.
other people that come to me and ask questions? Hey, how do you start? What mic can I use? And like how to give that back because I already learned. And even though I learned, I'm still learning. Like I had to scale up and know more about the new mics. Like all these sets, it's new. I got new dynamic mics, the new H6. So when I have my clients or hers, like she's interviewing me today, the sound is good for the video, and not for the video, for the audio too.
Mhm.
Like,
It's I think this like what you're doing is amazing. How did you actually start doing podcasts, and what made you
hmm,
want to start one?
good question. It was 2015, and I was going through my story. A lot of that my ex-wife had left and had took my daughter, and she went back to Mexico. So it passed like 2 years that I didn't get to see her. But in that time, at those moments, for me, like something to like calm me down and not acting out crazy, I decided to work out in the nature outside. So I started working out in my apartment complex. Every day I would just walk, and I was hurt and I was crying, and one day I stopped, like here, like automatically I said, I have to have my own show. Like I screamed it out,
Yeah.
and I was like, holy shit! Like God was like telling me, hey, stop and say this. And the people that were walking, they looked at me like, what is this dude, talking to himself? That was funny in a way. And then I was like, my own show. And then I started walking, and I started, telling myself, you know what? All right. I might not have the money here yet, but let me go check in Amazon. So I have my Android phone, and I said, let me see, let me get the cheapest mic that is in there. It was like a $7-8 mic, and the tripod was $12. So right away, I bought it in Amazon, and I was so happy. Like it wasn't even here yet. Like and then a whole week passed because I think Prime was not even there yet. It's
Hmm.
2015. Prime wasn't there yet. So the stuff got home, and I was like, what do I do now? I said I wanted to have my own show. I don't know any businesses. I don't know any entrepreneur. Like, what do I do? In my mind, it's like, you know what? Let me do my homework. Let me go to Facebook, and in Facebook, let me find out who's an entrepreneur, a business owner and build relationship with them. I didn't even know that I was building relationship. I didn't even know those words yet, like build relationship, build connection. I was like, I just want to go out there and see what I can do and talk to them and see later on they can be in the show.
The inspiration you have, I think it's just amazing. Like you're always upbeat. You always like I remember like Maria, let's be up here at the studio. It's really nice. You were showing me like pictures of your studio. I'm like, I have to get there. I have to go do an interview over there. You know, because I've been doing interviews more at La Centera, and then like I've been finding also for me for my podcast, I've been finding different ways and different techniques and different places to do interviews. So I think it's a amazing thing you do, helping others out there.
Oh yeah, and I loved it. Like I said, I took that whole month and I started just building that relationship. And then after that month, I went after them and again I said, "Hey guys, I'm about to start a show and it's gonna be called the Jesus." That's what I used to call before, the or the Jesus Ortiz Diary Show, Teaching for Success. Are you willing to be one of my guests? But the only time that I can do it is at 9 because I had a job, so I was working, so I had to come home, shower, eat, and it was like that's my only time from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. So everybody said, "Yeah, yeah, we would love to." So I was like, I was all excited. So the first 3 months, I was booked. I was booked. Like everybody said yes. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all the way, again. And I had a different business owner, a different entrepreneur, somebody that was already making 6 7 figures, people that were barely starting like me, but they wanted to be on camera and like, that moment, like, hey, I'm on camera, somebody is interviewing me. So all that time passed, and a little bit by a little bit, I got better and better and better into to podcasters and other people that do
It's all
video.
about it's all about practicing and getting better at your techniques and like learning from others. That's why I'm always like asking questions to you. I'm asking questions to Ike. I'm asking questions to mentors. Like, hey, how do I do this? Where can you give me a little bit more information of this? Because it's always like you're always learning. You never stop kind of learning.
No.
You never stop.
No, you never stop, because that's why I have to be surrounded with people that are doing the same thing as me, other podcasters that are level up. Like I have a lot of friends that are podcasters here in Houston, Texas. So I asked them the questions like, hey, dude, I'm ready to upgrade to the next mics. What mics do I need? Like, I really want good mics. So they told me, they sent me the link, and I went and bought the mics and the H6 Zoom and everything. And I was like, I'm so happy. But that's what it is you always learning, you always asking questions, and don't be afraid to ask questions, and do not be afraid to say that you're not alone. There's people out there that struggles.
And now here I'm like doing a podcast, the podcast. You're teaching me about podcasts. Like now, like my brand is growing, like little bit by bit, but it's growing. So I'm very thankful for that. I know you have a nonprofit, so tell me a little bit about the nonprofit you have.
Oh yes, I have a nonprofit that, hey guys, I'm telling you right now that we're live, that I gotta change the name because I put Visions Foundation. But one of my friends, he's the owner of the Kidpreneurs Academy, and he started that since 2008. And that name is already trademark and everything. So he reached out to me and then told me that, if I can actually change it nicely. He wasn't mad and telling me, hey, blah blah blah, because we built a relationship. So I tell him, yeah, definitely, I'm gonna change it, because he came to me nicely. He said, hey, the name is already being built there. Can you change it to something else, because it's out there? But I really want to help you too with your nonprofit, because it's the same thing you're doing like us. We're helping other kids and building that. So I was like, all right. So that's something that, I'm right now trying to figure out the name. But I'm excited about my foundation, everybody's foundation, because this foundation is about kids, empowering each other and learning from each other by using their voice, the power of their voice, the power of their story through podcasting. Like what we're doing right now, them sitting, not us, but them sitting here and telling you what they feel from here, what they going on. And some of them already have small business. They are a small business owner. Either there's a girl or a boy, and they're running either their lemonade or they're selling cookies or whatever. And they've been doing it for a long time. And I was like, you know what? Let's bring them all together. So other kids that are watching them, they're like, hey, you know what? I want to be something similar to them.
Mm-hmm.
Let me bring them to them so they can talk to each other and mastermind with each other, so they can help. And I can help you.
Mind things alike sometimes.
Mine things, and the kids love that. I already had the first little mastermind. The second one is gonna be on October the 3rd. So I was thinking of doing it here and celebrate my birthday and bring them here. And I said yes, and one of my friends is helping me. But guess what? I forgot that they're not all here. Are they little kids? They don't live here in Houston.
Mhm.
Some of them that I have them in the page that I already
Uh-huh.
built. They're from California. They're from ATL. So I'm like,
You're gonna have to
oh,
do a whole tour now and just.
yeah. So I'm like, you know what? Since it's a start, let me just keep it in Zoom because
Mhm.
I just don't want to be do it here, and then I don't want to leave those kids
Mhm.
left out because they're already excited. I already told them what's my plan, my vision to grow it and create a building that says the name that I'm gonna build. Have the name, and that's their house
Mhm.
for the kids to come and work soon. If they're gonna do Zumba, if they're gonna coach somebody, all that. But it's like kids empowering other kids, just like us and adults. Me
Mhm.
empowering you, you're
Mhm.
empowering me, and knowing each other. But now it's about them,
Mhm.
like all eyes on them. So when we create, I will create it a big event. It's gonna be for them. Like they are
For
gonna be
the
in the stage,
kids,
dude. Like how cool is that?
I think
Like how
that's
we go to an event and we see like our mentors and coaches
McCoy.
out there,
Yeah,
but now we're seeing the
kids out
kids
there.
coming in from the red carpet. Give it an example, right? Or here, and they're standing up and having the mic and talking about and expressing them. That's power. Nobody's doing that,
That's
and
powerful.
nobody's
No
doing
one's
those
no one's
events.
doing
So I
those
say,
events.
why not break that? Let me do it to the power of
Break that
podcasting.
boundary and let
Break
the
that, and like
kids.
I said, I'm not alone.
Uh-huh.
I need other help because I need to
Mhm.
raise the money so I can do that. And I'm
Mhm.
doing, and everything that I'm doing right now, it's with my own money. Like I'm feeding it. I'm feeding it a little bit by a little bit, but it's gonna grow and it's gonna grow. And I feel it because that's like one of my passions. Because like I said, when I didn't get to see my daughter for 2 years, the kids, man, they make me happy. My heart warms up and it gives me an energy that I cannot even express, man. Like I even ask myself, where's this energy? Like this is amazing when I see these kids doing these powerful things and helping each other out and doing things for themselves. It just like blows my mind out. So I have to, it's something that I have to do, and I have to do it. There's no way back that I'm gonna tell you in the next 2 months, hey man, Marie, you know what? I stopped doing that. I
You
can't
have to
be
keep going. Like even with your brand, I think anything you do in life, you have to keep going. That's what My T-shirts that I sell, my own brand, Maria Adventures. I have to keep interviewing. I have to keep doing what I love to do. I cannot stop. I have to always keep going.
you can't.
It gets tiring sometimes, but the other thing is, if you love it so much, I think like what you do in life, just keep going at
And
it.
you keep on growing it.
Yeah, and keep
But I
going.
understand videos. I disrupted that right there. I was making videos, funny videos. Hey, I'm single, call me, blah blah blah. And the employees were like young too, so they're like, "Oh man, look, I'm better than him." I love that.
Mhm.
That's why a lot of people still remembers me, like my coaches and mentors that I have still that from the beginning. They remember that. They're like, Jesus, man, you disrupted that shit, man. You were doing the videos. They still know what I was doing that time. But I hurt my back. I was out for like 2 months, and I was like, oh no, this is not for me.
Yeah,
Imagine if I heard it again and I'm out. I was like, no. I was like, let me change my mentality and do something else. And then I went to do all these little different things, and hey, it's okay. None of them work. Some of them, I invested money that I never did anything, and I was like, well, too bad. It's my fault. I didn't research it. I didn't
Mhm.
do my homework, so I cannot blame nobody but myself. And even till now, I don't blame nobody because I learned that even when you grow your team, and if I have 10 people working for me, I'm not gonna blame them because I'm the one that pulled the trigger and told them, you do that, you do that. And if that didn't happen,
think that's what the world needs. We're going
mm,
through these pandemic times through as a journalist, it's just I see it like we're such in the whole like a mess right now, pandemic, everything, and then everything is coming out again. So that's why I wanted to bring out my podcast to interview small businesses that are coming out again and interviewing different people because it's just me, I love talking to people. So that's and I'm always on the venture on a different site, different like I came here and now
that's why that fits you, Maria Adventure. I'm a little bit here, I'm a little bit there. I'm
I'm
learning
like
here.
always I'm always like I'm just like
Like a little
everywhere.
butterfly.
Yeah, butterfly.
Blah, 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 blah. Hey, and you don't even care what the opinions, and that's fine. You
Yeah.
don't have to care about nobody's opinion.
Uh-huh.
You have to not care. You got to care about your opinion.
Yeah.
There's always going to be the opinions of everybody else. And if you really care about those
No
opinions,
hay que importar los que digan la gente
la
de
otra
ti.
gente.
O sea, like for me, like I always had the issue, like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't care what they say about me or comments because it's only gonna like affect you. And just do what you love to do. You shouldn't care about opinions or anything. For me, it's like I don't care. Let me just focus on me and who I am and my brand. I'm a person that loves talking. I love traveling. I grew up a lot traveling. That's I got the opportunity, and I can see myself just popping up over here. Like I'm doing this new here, and then Like tomorrow, I'm doing actually an interview with Kayla, so I'm like going over there, and like, I'm just like I love moving around. I cannot sit down in a place for like a long time. I have to be always moving, always learning, and
Yeah, because you
like
have
'cause
to
it
build.
motivates me too. So
And you motivate, and you're building yourself, because it's like Rome wasn't built in whatever
Mhm.
7 days. You still got to build yourself every
Mhm.
day. That's what a lot of people don't understand, that they don't see the back
Mhm.
work, they don't see the sweat, they don't see everything that we're going through. Sometimes it can be 5 6 years, and you still haven't made it big, and you still having struggles left and right, but you still doing it because
Mhm.
that what you said at the beginning. That's what you love. You already know that gives you energy. Man, keep on going.
Mhm.
There's always gonna be those blocks. There's always gonna be life in front of you. Someone dies, you get sick. That all that's gonna be there. But the power in you that says, "I'm not gonna give up. What can I do? Who can I ask for help? Who
Mhm.
can I reach?" And that's where we stop as a human, not only as business, but as humans. We stop, like, say yourself, I need help, even if
It's
it's like
like
ten
me. I
dollars to buy milk.
cannot. I like even since I graduated, I cannot stop doing the stuff I do, like interviewing, taking pictures, taking selfies, because everyone knows I'm like always on my phone. But like I cannot stop doing. I can't stop being who I am and
No,
being myself. So
you gotta be you. You gotta love yourself. You gotta be yourself. And guys, there's no excuse. She said it right here. You got the phone in front of you. You don't have to have all of these things, the cameras and the mics and the computer and renting a space. No, I didn't have none of this, man. I started from home.
I didn't even know about like the how you all set this up. That's like brand new to me. I didn't know how you set this up. Like I know
You
the
saw that?
cat.
You saw
I
me
know
when
I saw. Like I never. I was like I should have learned that a long time ago. Like
yeah.
I should have learned this. About the mics and everything. And I knew about the mics and stuff like that, and like the camera and the tripod. But how you did this with the laptop, how everyone's viewing us is, I think that's something new today. I learned. I'm like, whoa, this is like now I
It's
can
cool,
use
right?
this
Yeah,
like.
like when I learned it, and I was like, somebody taught me the same
Mhm.
thing, and I was like, you can, and I was like, you can do this? Like, I can actually do a video podcast and actually extract the audio and put it for audio. So
Mhm.
both people, like the ones that they don't like video and they only want to listen to audio, and they're like, yeah, man, you can do this. You can do your branding. You can do this. Put your logo. I was like, I gotta get it. It's like
Thank you
because
so
I do
much
this.
because now my brand is growing.
Because
So
I'm doing this.
yeah,
Yeah, you
you,
don't have to use this. I do it, but truthfully, if I was doing like cookies or something like that, I would have still got this. Not to build like a podcast. Maybe yeah. If somebody would say, "Hey,
mhm.
build your podcast," or around something like that, if you want to show how you make the cookie, you can do that. You can use that and go live in 8 10 different places at the same time, and you can show them live, and you can pre-record it too. You can do so many things, like so many things. If I just, I'm gonna teach you later on how to
I
do this.
know
This,
because
this
I'm
is
just like staring.
nuts.
I'm like I'm supposed to be
It's
staring over
nuts.
there,
I know it, but it's
and I'm
okay
just
because
like,
this
I,
is like the back office. Like you can do all of the things here. I can show commercials. I can be like, hey guys, get yourself your water, get yourself your popcorn, man. It's gonna get
well,
better.
because
And then I just like TV, I just press the button here, and then we'll go to commercials. I can show you commercials. Somebody selling the
I'm
cars.
so used to doing everything myself, like the mic,
Oh,
going
it's
like
okay.
I'm
I
just
do
like
it.
and
Yeah.
everything. But like this is another technique like
Oh
that I
yeah.
love now because I'm just like staring at the camera,
Yeah, and
staring
I'm
at
still
this.
doing it myself.
Yeah.
But I know that in now that I'm growing, I'm like, hey, I need to hire somebody that when I bring them in, they can take care of that, and I can just be taking care of, like, hey, the customer is happy and everything, and he's taking care of everything, or she's taking care of. But I'm gonna train them well. I'm gonna sit down and have like a really good. That's something that I learned too from other owners and other entrepreneurs,
Mhm.
that when they said, oh, they train you, and they don't train you actually.
No, that's why I think like so 'cause right now I'm getting the training. I got a whole like I did all my career and everything, and I got the experience and everything. But I'm learning like just getting out there
Yeah,
again. Like
it's experiences.
pandemic hit, and now I have to keep going. I don't like it's just it's a pandemic. We have to be safe and everything, but we have to keep going with our lives and everything.
Oh yeah, and babe, come on, you're human, and it's like something as simple. I'm gonna put my hand on the fire. Yeah, I'm gonna put. No, come on, like, you know what I'm going. Like, if I know that I have to go to that place and I have to wear the mask, or do you have to?
Mhm.
I mean, it's common sense. I'm not gonna go out there and bash your base and be like, "F you, forget this and break your windows
Yeah.
because I have to wear it." No, man, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But that's where the
But it's just
society is,
precaution, you know, and
and that's
everything.
where everything is going. Like
Yeah, everything.
it's divided. That's gonna be another topic.
I
That's
know.
like divided. But I mean, I'm
Yeah,
happy
another topic.
that
Yeah.
you interviewed me today, and that I came here and told you a little bit of what I'm doing with both, with the company name Yeraldy Media, with my own
If y'all,
show.
yeah, it's amazing what you do. Thank you for you're helping me, you're helping others, you're giving out. That's amazing. Y'all want to look for his services. Look for Jesus Ortiz, his media network. He's amazing what he does. So I'm gonna probably be interviewing more because just the
Yeah,
stuff you do, like it's just amazing what you do. So
yeah, we
and
can.
you and the connections we like, we always talk and we always like communicating, which I love. Like you always, I think when you have a mentor, you have someone that you work with, you always have to have that one communication with that person,
And
no
that's what I
matter.
love, that the kids that like my ambassadors for the foundation, like they had their grand opening in Galleria on Saturday. Their grand opening, their store where they're selling their own clothing, dude. And they're 13, what, 14, 13 and 7. Their grand opening.
Wow.
I missed it. It was my birthday. My family was already home. But I texted their mom, Miss Tanya, if you're watching us.
So
And I,
are the kids having their own company, or do the parents like take care of the company too?
the
Like
kids are taking care of it, man.
the parents, are the parents part of it?
Yeah, they're part of it, but they're teaching them for them to be more of
Uh-huh.
it, because that's what, as parents, you have to teach the kids everything in front, because they are hip hop artists. They have their own events for bullying event, their own events that I'm a speaker every year, and they have like different little incomes on the side. But because their parents are teaching them, they know how to open a bank account, what to look for the DBA for the LLC, because their dad applied it and teach them. So anytime they know it. So that's why when I talk to their dad, they're like, if my kids tomorrow they decide they don't want to sing, I'm cool. I'm gonna support them. If they want to jump in and do something else, I'm fine. But I see this with other parents that the kids quit on something. It doesn't have to be business, like soccer. They quit on soccer. And they're like, damn, why are they quitting? Like the parent will be mad, like, you know how much I spend on your, the first thing I spend on this, and I'm paying on the club this. Why do you want to quit? Those stuff, it's a bad mindset, because your kids are gonna be like looking at you like, damn, it was all about money, just putting me in buying this, and like that's just wrong. You have to be like, hey, it's okay. You didn't like it. It wasn't
Mhm.
for you. That's fine. What do you want to do next? Do you want to
Me?
join food? No, like I'm saying, like I give you an example. You have kids, what do you want to do next? Do you want to play football? Instead of me being angry at you, be like, oh my God, I'm not even gonna put you nowhere. I'm wasting a lot of money on you. Come on, man.
I
Shit.
think
Sorry.
well, sorry. Well, I was told like it's Maria. You always like someone. I don't know who it was, mentor or a friend, whoever. You always knew what you wanted since you went to UH. Since you came, you always knew you wanted to be a journalist, and you stuck with that. You kept like I never wanted anything else to do. Like yeah, photography. I still want to travel. I want to travel. I want to do photography. Just I want to do everything. And that's something that I kind of know is like I never kind of gave up on it, my dream, but I always know what I want to do. I'm
Yeah.
like, I want that. And then I know you have those days like, I don't know if I can continue doing this, but you have to just like
Yeah.
keep going. I'm like, no, you worked this far to get here.
Yeah, I always say that, man. I always tell everybody, man, I didn't come this far to stop and go back.
Yeah.
Because I know one of my friends, a business owner, asked me, hey, so what happened if you had to go back? Like right now, everything, wasn't going well.
No.
Will you go back and work for somebody? And I said, man, that's a good question. And I don't think I could, because I'm building myself and educating myself. And I know how the struggles are, because I'm watching other people. For me, building this and then saying stop and then going back to work, because I left all my doors open where I work,
Mhm.
and then come back and start all over is like, Jesus, come on, man. You work all this hard and now you got to start all over. It's going to feel like some kind of way. I'm like, no, man. That's like, whatever you can do it now.
Yeah, do it now.
Do it now. It doesn't have to be big. Oh, man, I closed that client. They pay me. Okay, I can pay the rent and I can pay this. All right. I don't have enough money. I don't have to go out. That's fine. Let me build myself. I got another client. I got another client. I got another client. And it's building. And you have to know how to uh, work with your money, how much you have to pay like every month, your car bill, all of that. So you be like, all right, 50, an example, like all of it together is like 1700, you know. So okay, I don't want to get out my boundaries.
Hmm.
So I gotta build myself, my clientele. So when you build that and you're like, all right, I can do it now. Yes, like I'm there, but it's hard telling you because people
It is
ask
hard.
me.
It is hard. It's
It's a
not like you
struggle.
cannot like
No,
stop doing what you love. That's what I think. I can't stop. Like I can't stop doing my whole social media plan. I took me a long, long time to just create that, and I cannot stop doing that. But thank you so much for
Israel said, "Let's go." His
hi,
he said, "Let's go,
Ike.
Ike." Yes, sir. And that's something that I just wanna let you know as a positive. You know, if you're working for somebody else right now, wherever you're at, McDonald's, I'm just giving an example. Put some time aside if you really want to build a business or a side hustle. It doesn't have to even turn out to be a business. Look at yourself and be like, all right, this time I don't have to go out and drink with my friends. Let me put this side out at this time and learn. You don't even have to spend anything. Let me go to YouTube
Yeah, because
and spend some
everything's on
time
you.
and learn and
Everything's
skill.
everything's online now, so it's
Skill
like
it and then learn and learn until you're ready to be like, all right, I can invest on this and less, and then that's it. And little bit by little bit, I was doing that. Like I was working for somebody, and on my side part, I said, I'm not going out. And I see my friends, and I see these parties, and I was like, my friends are there, man. There's all these girls and everything. I'm missing it. And then it's like, hey, no, let me get back. Let me get back because I know that when you build it and when you get to the point that you're building and you have that wealth and you have that richness, not only about money, but you're like, all right, I can take care of my family, I can take care of me. Everything else that I do is bonus. That's even better. Like
Mhm.
me saying, hey, let's go to LA. I'll take you. Let's go. And I don't even have to worry about money anymore because I build it. I know that it's there. Now I'm a party because I have it. Then going to party now when I don't have it. And then you're trying to impress your friends. Oh, let me buy you another drink. And you're like, fuck, I don't even have the money, but I'm still doing it. And instead of you're like, I could have used that money to invest on another mic. I could have used that money to go to that event that was gonna be $40, and I could have learned something to. I can 10x, 2x, or 3x my money. So see the little things, you
Yeah.
switch the coin, and it's tough and it's hard for everybody because being a business owner or an entrepreneur is not for everybody. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's tough. I
Mhm.
follow a podcast. It's not a podcaster, but a business owner that it took him. His name is Andy Frisella, and I one of these days I'm gonna really meet him and I'm gonna have him in the podcast. But he tells you the real, like he tells you, man, dude, I was working 6 years. I was making 60,000 a year, like 6 years in my business. People don't like we were saying. People don't see that back sweat.
Mhm.
Like, oh man, it's not gonna work. You're already 6 years apart.
And
Mm-mm,
that's why like I like
mm-mm.
anyway, like where did you like how I told you how did you start doing this, and now you're here, like you have your own the media network, how you help produce podcasts, how you go out there and help people. I think that's amazing, and like it all begins how you started things and how you struggled, how you went from this place to this place, and how you got here. So
Yeah,
thank
dude.
you. I know.
And I don't even believe it
No,
that
that's
I'm here.
I keep telling everyone like I don't know how I got to this like one place like after I graduated. I'm like, how did I actually really graduate? When you no, I was telling my family friends like I just graduated. I'm like, did that happen? I'm still kind of going through the emotion like it
But it
happened.
happened. It's
But
like
I'm
at the
like I'm
blink of an
here
eye,
now.
like,
Like
sorry, excuse
I'm
me.
like now I'm like I'm here now, and then I think I'm very thankful for all the help that people had like past couple of months, mentors to friends to family that who's been helping me. So thank you so much. Thank you for letting me interview you. I think we're going to be working together again because
Yeah,
your like, I mean, your skills, your production,
thank
everything
you.
you do is amazing. So
Thank you. And then thank you for everybody that's for watching, and thank you again for having me here and interview me. And then it's gonna be the other kind. I'm the other way. I'm gonna interview her on my podcast. And oh man, I'm just thankful, to be here, to be awake, to be breathing in, breathing out this air, enjoying life, guys. That's my positive. The end of today, just enjoy enjoy you, enjoy the family, forget about everything else. Yes, guys, we are. When I say that, I already see the question.
mhm.
But you're not struggling like me and everything like this, dude. Everybody's going through it,
we're
bro.
we're all
We're
going
all
through
going
it.
through it.
I think we all kind of feel that. Oh, it's only me. No, everyone. Like,
All
sometimes I
of
do
us,
get in
man.
that aspect, but we're all going through something. Like it's like
It's a mindset.
a
Keep your head
mindset.
up. Keep your head up. Go for it, and ask questions, and don't be afraid. You're not alone. Again, I'm gonna repeat that everywhere who interviews me. You're not alone, and let's start helping the kids because the society we're right now, it's a little bit fucked up. I'm sorry about my language, but a lot of
But
things
it's
are
true that it is like, and
negativity.
I've seen it before too, and you're not the only one. I've seen it. We need help the students, the kids. I think as a student that I was, I think we need more help. I think we need more resources. Um, like you said, there's not enough out there, especially for women too.
Yeah,
You know,
oh
it's something
yes,
that I want to continue doing too. Support those women out there and anyone who needs like who has a story. I want to tell your story and give you a voice. So with
thank
that, follow him, follow Jesus Ortiz, follow his media, his production is amazing. Go follow his Instagram, his Facebook, everything. Also shout out to K List. Ike, thank you so much.
you're next. I can be here.
Yes,
Here,
we're
gonna
gonna
come
bring you here.
here.
We're gonna bring you here,
You're gonna
Ike.
come here. We're gonna interview. We're gonna do a three-way. That sounded wrong, but
Okay.
you know what I mean. I have the other mic, so I can connect it here.
So we're gonna do this. Also, I have other plans. So, but thank you so much.
God bless you guys. Enjoy your days, and thank you again. Enjoy your days. Your days. I mean, your day.